don't know what their compensation policy is, Breck Heritage Alliance, but see how I filled this up before I realized it was like tilting. And I
hopefully you don't break an artifact.
Yeah, no, my leg. That's what I'm worried about, this thing collapsing on my leg.
That's kind of part.
Yeah, I gotta, I just gotta be careful. I'll fix it. I'm here the next couple days. I'll fix it after tomorrow or something. All right, so you want to get down. If you don't have in your sample, you don't have sand. If you have just mostly rock, you probably don't have gold. I mean, take a look at the rocks, but you probably don't have gold. You need the sand, the black sand, okay. Even with the, there's a lot of pyrite in there. That's floating more, it's kind of, you know, well, it's all throughout the sample. But you see all the shine? And it's very reflective in the sun. See that? It almost looks like gold, that piece right there? Yeah. It's not.
Is that fool's gold?
Gold wouldn't, yeah, gold wouldn't be that high. But if in doubt, swirl it. If you're not sure, just swirl it and get it back in your pan. And then work it. Right now I want to get some of these rocks out because they just, and rinse it, toss it. Here's a piece of quartz. You know, it's good. You see quartz. This was, remember, this was a pretty rich spot. And they just stopped because it wasn't worth it for them to keep going. There still is gold here, and I mean, hey, the easy good stuff is gone, but you never know. You never know. Nice mica, looks like fish scale. But
cool.
Right, so when you get it down to about this is, everybody kind of, a lot of people have their own way of doing things, and after you do it for like 15 minutes, half an hour, you kind of get a technique down. But just for perspective purposes, a panner, a good panner who knows what he's doing would spend how much time you think on a pan? And I've been doing this for about 5 minutes now. How much time to do a pan that had some color in it?
I'd say probably around that 5-minute mark.
No, like 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yeah. So that shows you a lot of patience.
Yeah.
You know, and they may, I mean, they may like. It could be 5 minutes if they don't have anything productive. If they're looking and they don't see anything, but if they have color in it, they'll spend 20 minutes getting it down to the fine sand and picking out the bigger flakes. And they would use tweezers. We use eyedroppers. They work really good.
Oh, okay.
And I do have tweezers somewhere, but I'll give you tweezers. It's fun. It's relaxing. You know?
Yeah.
You can do some panning on the side. Yeah. Now, here's the action that I like. This is still
kind of like a casino, you know?
Or you know what, I compare it like to fishing, fly fishing. You know, it's like a day out and, you know, it's nice out and all that, and sometimes you catch a fish, sometimes you find a flake, sometimes you don't. Most of the time you don't. But what I'm doing, this like centrifuge action, okay? Like, I mean, swirl the water over the top of the pan too, like the middle of the pan, to kind of get everything agitated, and then swirl it. And what happens?
Goes off to the...
The gold and BBs should go to the outside. You kind of, because they're heavier than everything else. All right, so I got to kind of work the middle stuff around, and then you do a centrifuge action, kind of like this. Right, and you're hoping that you're knocking all the flakes and gold pieces. Now, when I stop, I'm concentrating, like I'm focused on the outside. See all these little flakes? Now I'm going to move the pan real slow and see what's not moving. I'm liking this piece right here. That one's stuck. I lost it. Wait, let's see. It'll come back if it's gold. I'm liking this piece right here. It's not moving. Another one's stuck. There's like rock stuck. Where'd that go now? There's one piece I had that kind of wasn't moving. All right, I'm going to start again. It was a nice size, possibly. But I'm concentrating on the way outside. Now, if you swirl like slow like this, the gold won't move. Now, this piece isn't moving right here. See that piece I'm going after? That little piece. Here's another one that possibly could be. No, it could be. Pyrite is very reflective. If you put your hand, like when we have the sun out and you put your hand over it, if that still stands out, see this piece still stands out very nicely. Yeah. That could be gold. So tiny. Yeah, it is. Well, that's what it is for the most part, you know. But back in the day when you were first guys here, you had a good claim, a good section of the stream. The black sand, they call it black sand because it's magnetite, which is heavier, and the gold and black sand would be kind of together. They would collect the whole black sand. They get it down to the black sand with the gold color in it. They put it in their pouch, and then they would separate it later. They were, but they'd be picking out the nuggets, the flaxseed pieces, maybe in a separate pouch or whatever. But it's mostly to find stuff. But you could look out. Believe me, I'm still looking. I wish I had more time to like even do this. I thought this season that I would be like way past where I am with my little vial. And I'm not. I just haven't been lucky. Here's another piece that's pretty small. This one right there. You see where the tip is of the eyedropper? And you're sucking up other sands with that too. And that's just what happens. But if you find a good sized piece, if you find a good sized piece, you'll know it. I just haven't found it. See how the BBs are on the outside? So I'm like really focused, and then start again. A lot of patience.
So that bucket of sand that you got that out of, they just dug it up
all
from
the
down?
holes? And we even dig in the stream.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And all that. So I'll get you started with your grub step.